Hello, welcome to my demo video. Today I'm going to explain about preventing AS transit. So it is one of the concept in BGP. So yeah, we are going to see the theory about preventing AS transit, and then we'll have a lab. I'll show you how to configure this in the real-time routers. So yeah, let's get into the topic. So I hope you know what is AS in uh, AS number in BGP, and then how does that work. So the situation is, yeah, we have one router that is R1, and we have neighborship with two ISPs. I can say ISP1, and then ISP2. So yeah, usually in many typical situations setup, people, many industries, many organizations will have two ISP links. Let's say this ISP link is from go to Telefonica, second one of the uh, major ISP in Europe, and then ISP2 is British Telecom, British Telecom. Okay, so yeah, usually this typical setup across the globe. So what's the problem in this setup is? I'll show you what's the problem in this setup is. So here we have neighborship between ISP1 and ISP2. So router 1 will advertise its prefixes. Again, ISP 1 will advertise its prefixes. Similarly, ISP2 will advertise its prefixes. So what will happen is, since BGP the advertised here, R1, what R1 will do is it will advertise the prefixes from ISP1. So ISP1, again here it will advertise the prefixes that has been received from ISP2. So in this situation, so yeah, this is the situation. So what will happen is, let's say I have a loopback address here. I have address here that is 2.2.2.2, and here I have 3.3.3.3. What will happen if you miss to prevent AS transit, especially in this kind of setup? So ISP2 will reach 2.2.2 via router 1. So that, again, it is security breach, and we don't want this to happen. We don't want we don't want the communication between the ISPs, especially via our organization. So it comes into our organization, and for the communication between these two ISPs. So it's as a network administrator, we have to prevent this to happen, because ISP will not care about this, and we need to configure this router in a way that this situation will not happen. There are quite a lot of methods we have at the moment to to prevent this case transit. So that the first method is prefix list. You can configure prefix list. It's kind of access list. You can configure which prefix list that I want to advertise, uh, which prefix list that I want to receive. Again, another one is distribute list. Is distribute list. This is, yeah, which prefix list I just want to get, and put it in the BGP table. So if I configure distribute list, and the address points to 3.3.3, this router 1 will not advertise this to ISP1. So again, will not cover more about the prefix list and distribute list, and the, the last one, and the most preferable way, that is using community. Using community, you need to study about BGP community in a separate portion, in a separate topic. So in community, we have an option called no export. So why prefix list and distribute list are not valid or best solution, because this prefix, let's say we have thousand number of prefixes. You cannot configure prefix list or distribute list for each and every prefixes. So that's again a burden to the network administrator. And in case of more number of prefixes and networks that you are learning and you are advertising, the prefix list and distribute list will not help you at all. So again, it uses the memory, it uses unnecessary work to configure this, and so we are not going to. I don't think many industries use this. Many organization use the prefix list or distribute list. So the only best possible way is using communities. So let's uh, quickly get into the lab to understand how experts work, and understand the need for AS transit. Quickly as my board, yeah, I have already set up this lab. It is similar to what I explained 2 minutes back. It is, yeah, R2 is nothing but ISP1, R3 is nothing but ISP2, and we have R1, that is our perimeter router. So yeah, actually I did configure stuff like BGP and all the interface IP address. Moreover, it is everything without no export configuration. So I'll show you. Let's get into R1. So first we'll see what are all the prefixes I'm advertising. I'm advertising, yeah, see, I'm advertising 1.1, 2.2, 3.3, and then 1.11.11.11. So these four prefixes I'm advertising. So actually these two, 1.1 is originated in this router only, and then 11.11 is also originated from this router. But this 2.2 and 3.3.3 are originated from neighbor. Let's say 2.2, I got, R1 got 2.2.2 from 192.168.12.2, that is ISP1, and R1 got 3.3.3.3 from 192.168.13.3, that is ISP2. So hope you understand. So there is no link between R2 and R3, but still I can reach. I didn't explicitly advertise these two networks. For example, 2.2.2 and 3.3. I didn't advertise it explicitly, so I can see it from BGP configuration. I'll show you. Yeah, this is the BGP configuration where I just advertise these two networks. That's originating. It's my self network, and then these two are my neighbors. So if I go to R3 and if I try to reach, you know 2.2.2 is in R2, not able to reach it. I don't know what mistake I did, but I didn't advertise it. Yeah, I think I have advertised it. Advertised it. I think we can even know. Learn to make sure if I configure the loopback IP. Yeah, BGP, and it reaches to the router one. But what does? Yeah. So actually, I didn't advertise 13 into. I didn't advertise it here. That's the reason, because when we try to ping, it has taken the source IP address as 192.168.13.3. That's what the source. Actually, I have two L3 interface. One is this 13.3 and second one is 3.3. When I was pinging, first it was taking the source IP address as 13.3. Since 13.3, I didn't advertise it anywhere. Yeah, I just advertised the 3.3, so there is no reverse route, and that's the reason we are unable to reach via. So we don't want to care about that because we are focusing more on AS transit prevent. So yeah, now, so yeah, this is the thing I just wanted to show. From R3, I'm able to reach R2. The traffic goes via R1. So I don't want this to happen. So there comes the no export community. I'll show you how to configure the no export community. Similarly, when it's like other attributes, we can configure community via route map. So yeah, let's quickly click mode, route map. The name is no export, set community, community. To show the list of communities we have. Yeah, this is internet. And nowadays, these are all the types of communities. So you need to study separately about all these communities. But right now, we are going to use no export. Now I have to call this configured route map into our neighbor. So let's get into router BGP one neighbor 192.168.12.2, and then route map. Route map as no. So here I can configure in or out, so which means incoming routes or outgoing routes. So I don't I don't want to export. What I mean by this line is, I don't want to export the routes or prefixes advertised by the neighbor 192.168.12.2. Similarly, I just want to configure for ISP2 route map, no export. Yeah, I'm done with the, that's it. It's as simple as it is. And even if you have thousands of prefixes, thousands of routes in with your ISPs, and this two line will prevent the AS transit. So just mm, that is, so before that I have to, I just configured this. This is the setup now. I've configured the policies, but I want to install it, which means I'll have to recalculate all the BGP parameters. For that, I have to create BGP, uh, here's all BGP neighborship. Yeah, they're all back now. Online. Now I want to see. Okay, let's go to R2 and see if I learn about ASP3. No, previously we had previously we have this 2.2 dot, which is subnet from R2, which is there in the BGP table. Now, if you look at the table, you'll not be able to see 2.2.2.2 because yeah, that's what we configure it in R R R1. I'm sorry. So now let's try to ping 2.2.2 source 2.3. Not going to happen because we don't have route towards that particular subnet. Yeah, that's it, and thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye.